stadium's so big, you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Greenbay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Ball teed up, Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. Here's Sky Moore on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is first and 10. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down.
23-yard line.
Love now. He rolls to his right. He can run it. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Offense to the line fast.
31. A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
Love on third and short. He's got his man. This is Kraft. And give him a fresh set of downs. That play goes for 10.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Forced out to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. There's the hit. They're going to force him out of play with a gain of about 12. And that gives Green Bay the first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. They go counter. It's Jacobs. We'll cobble together a yard there. That was Kenny Clark on the tackle. Showing some patience in their ground game early here, Brock. Continuing to feed their guy despite the lack of results so far.
I know this will sound kind of silly, but you've got to run the ball to run the ball. And what I mean by that, there's no way to get this run game going unless you continue to give him the rock to try to warm it up.
That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have third and 2.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
Jacobs gets it on the draw. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be fourth down.
It's a loss of 2 yards.
Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it. Love throwing on fourth. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on fourth, and it's going to go over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. Through one quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They'll have it 2nd and 8. Dak to the air here. And he's going to go down here. They are on him back around the 28. Lucas Van Ness. And that's going to bring up third and very long, and they've got to get 20 or more.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Evan Williams. And the Packers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 33. To the air with Love. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Watson. On the move into the red zone. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Greenbay.
On the double. Here we go, set. Yellow, 43.
They'll run, Jacobs. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Guessing everybody in the huddle and on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but he didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, Love. Looking for his back, but it will not find him. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Love now on 3rd and goal. This is Reed working the right side. The stand continues. This one doesn't even make it back to the line, Brock, and it sets up 4th and goal. Now Brock still awaiting our first points of this game, and we've arrived at our 2-minute warning. Stay with us. More from AT&T Stadium coming up. The Packers sending out their special teamers. Field goal coming. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
On the return, the Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Now Dak to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
He was covered by
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like. It's too tight a window. Don't risk yet another interception.
Still 10 to go. It's 2nd down now from the 26. Throwing again is Dak. Dive in, and he gets his hands underneath for the catch. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 46. To throw is Prescott. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Here's Dak. Right side, Ferguson's got it. And this is going to be out of bounds, so a gain of about 13 on the play. And that's going to give Dallas the 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And that is exactly what you're looking for on a 1st down run. He picked up 7. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice gain.
Yeah, because there's a little boom or bust, right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
Go to the right side. Is caught by Ferguson. Ridden out of bounds here. Looks like he gained 4 before that. That is good for a Cowboy first down.
There's no question. The greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Dak off the play fake. Called in by Lamb, right side. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Prescott set to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Running for the pylon and in. Touchdown Cowboys. Dak Prescott scoring there to end an 8-play drive. Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Send right down the middle and good. They jump ahead by 4.
The score, Cowboys 7, Packers 3. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And this is Savion Williams on the return. Escapes a defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Kevontae Turpin on the return. The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Second half starts with a run by Williams. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Dak. Out left, Lamb makes the grab. And the defender finally gets there, but not before a big gain. 18 yards on that play. And that's going to give the Cowboys a first down.
The Cowboys first down.
Give to Williams from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Second down, here's Dak. And this is incomplete. Had it for a second, but the hit broke up the catch, and now it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up. This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
And hey, at least he held onto the football. They will get nothing on that return.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground with Jacobs. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
On second down, Jacobs. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Chased out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they're going to get to him, bring him down after allowing about 13 on the play. And that will be good for a Packers first down. Inside the final minute of our third quarter. Hand off here to Jacobs. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got second and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11.
Love looking to pass. Flush down now to his left. Now he takes it. Yeah, he picks up a good chunk of yards here. Looks to be about 7. He's up to the 37.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
He loses control, and that one's going to fall to the ground, Brock. Needed to bring that in. Instead, the mistake means it's fourth down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
They're going to go. It's Love. To the left, that's pulled in by Golden. The defense seizing the opportunity. Great stop. They've got a turnover on downs, and they get their guys the ball in plus territory. Start of the fourth quarter, offense set up, 1st and 10. Going left side, Williams with it. Nearly starts the drive with the first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9. A few outcomes better than that for an offense protecting a lead in this fourth quarter.
Can I be honest with you for a second, Kate?
Please do, yeah.
I think a lot of my negative grades in the run game was because in moments like this, I wanted to watch the action. I didn't want to carry out my fake. I wanted to see that kind of movement at the line of scrimmage. That was awesome.
It is for a gain of just 1. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking it in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw, Prescott. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Still working from the 30 as they line this up. 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And give him 10 yards there. A lot of the work done as they set up 3rd and very short.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas, when you watch a college game to the NFL game, that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. They're going for it. Here's Prescott. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
First play of the drive. Here's Jacobs. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Packers losing by 4. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Come on, set. 10 black, shot, 17.
Here's Love. Escapes the pocket. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Throwing now. No, he just dropped another. A lot of catches have gone through his hands in this game, Brock. That one brings up fourth down.
They are officially left now clinging to one final lifeline. And for me, you know the situation. Players, not plays. Get your best player the ball on the most critical down of the game.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. The rookie from Ohio State takes it away. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. Well, they had to try something there on fourth down, but that throw played right into what the defense was anticipating, Brock, and they make it hurt that much worse by taking the turnover back for 6.
Hey, I'm all for these great group celebrations, and, you know, I'm not Captain No Fun, but one of these times I'd like to see that player run that football over to the D coordinator who predicted that play was coming and really made the right call to create that opportunity.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line.
Here we go, here we go.
Love back to it after the pick. Golden there to grab it. And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch. And hit got there quickly.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 33-yard line.
Second down. Here's Love. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's third down.
You do find in these situations, Kate, the quarterbacks, when they get out of the pocket, there is a lot more room to run because that defense, they're worried about just keeping everything in front of them. I'd really like to see him use his legs there and not try to force that throw.
On the move, headed right. Past the line, he's going to run for it. He's going to have about 9 yards, it looks like, as he's forced towards that sideline. And that is the Packers' first down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Kraft has it. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That is the spark that they needed. 32 yards.
Here we go, set. 33, yellow.
From the pistol, here's Love. Getting out to his left. He tucks it and takes off. And they're going to have first and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there. The Packers trying to hurry to the line.
The 9-yard line. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Give to Jacobs from the pistol. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. So the touchdown was only a part of it, Brock. They're going to go for 2 now and try to make this just a field goal game.
The Packers will set up for the 2.
Trying for it on the ground. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails.
14. Packers 9.
Down inside 30 seconds now. Their hopes resting on finding a way to get this football. And this kick is brought in by the Cowboys, and that should be enough to secure them this win.
Cowboys.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
A handoff for Williams, running left. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. The Packers take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
At the Packers' 40-yard line.
On second down, a run with Williams. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock. And might see them burn a timeout. Now timeout taken by Greenbay. That's it, second. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
Eyes closed and my heart open just to get this off my chest and left my heart broken. Seeing how Goofy's a move for the green.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Setting up to pass. Short pass brought in. And a deeper throw might have been preferred there, Brock. 4th down coming up after they pick up just 3.
It's 4th down.
And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. Lining up for one final snap. Going for it, it's Williams. And forget this first down. He's made as he got to the line. They're not going to get this. This is a turnover on downs. So the count